So the big day is finally here. School's over. We are a week out from leaving for our Disney cruise. We are so excited for this trip. We have been trying to go on this cruise since 2017, actually, was the first time we kind of looked at that option and thought about it and considered booking, but then had sticker shock and thought, you know what, doesn't the year 2020 sound like a great year for a cruise? You can guess how this ends. So we actually booked that cruise like 18 months out for July 2020. So it was probably still 2018, maybe early 2019 when we booked for July 2020, which obviously didn't happen. And then we are finally getting to actually do it now. So we are very excited. I have just been planning and like thinking about packing and planning fun outfits and Disney bounding and all that fun stuff for a while now. So I'm excited to be getting it all together. I'm going to take you along for packing videos. We have a pretty awesome staging setup. First of all, we have, my whole bed here is empty right now. It's very messy in here. But look at this awesome staging area. So I brought up my folding table, and then I lined up some of our suitcases. The bottom laundry basket over there are my boys' clothes, my 8-year-old and 6-year-old. Most of those are ready. My 3-year-old's clothes in the basket above. We're not done with that yet. We've got this behemoth of a basket of things I've been collecting for the trip for months that I need to go through, figure out what we even need, Amazon haul type things. And then we still got some space, my beloved packing cube. So I'm gonna just be working on this. I think my first job on packing is going to be this big basket here, going through, seeing what we have, seeing what we need, and that's where I'm gonna start. Stay tuned. All right, so this big old basket that was all stuffed with stuff is now empty, and we have a little more space on our staging table now. It was a lot of packaging, so I unpacked all of that and kind of some of it went in. This is going to be my personal item bag. I love it. It's a Jujubee. I think it's called the Be Packed. You can see the little hidden Mickeys. So it's a perfect Disney trip. That'll be my personal item bag on the airplane, and then probably around the cruise and stuff too. And then my 8-year-old school backpack, I emptied that out, and my 6-year-old's, and kind of started putting some of the stuff, like hand wipes, things like that in there. I need my 3-year-old's bag still, and my 11-year-old is pretty much independent and taking that on herself. I've still got my Vera Bradley hanging stuff that I'll keep adding to. I've got some quart-size bags going for the TSA line. We've got magnets for the doors, decorating. This is a little touch lamp. We are on an inside stateroom, and it's also got USB chargers. So that is going in our stateroom, I think. I'm hoping it's an okay thing to bring. I need to double check. Then this is a bag of sand toys and some baby powder and brushes to wipe that off. We've got another fan for the room, extra wipes. This is the start of my fish extender gifts, some stuff for the kids' bags, and then just all the empty packing cubes and little waterproof phone lanyards for when we are in the water. So that is where we're at. So for this trip, I have been I've been saying I'm going to do carry-on only. And my hope is that I can do that with a carry-on size suitcase for 4 carry-on size suitcases, and then like a weekender bag, and then everybody having their own personal item. Now, there are some reasons that I think I can do this. We have not flown as a family of 6 ever. I have not been on a plane in over a decade. The kids have never flown. So this is definitely a new experience. But we normally do pretty epic road trips, camping included. And in our minivan, we get all 6 of us all the camping gear that we need for all 6 of us, and no rooftop carriers or any extra things. We managed to get that all in. So I am a very efficient, good packer for road trips. We'll see if I'm a good packer for airplane travel or not, because I just don't know that. So that's one reason I think I might be able to do it, because I'm good at road trip packing, really good at it. The other reason I kind of want to do it is, at this point, this is not a good reason. It's kind of a game. Like, I'm like, I want to do carry on only. And it's like been part of the fun to see like if I can do it. But that is not a good enough reason. The other reason I want to do it is that we are going to be getting to Miami late at night, and we might try to do public transit to our hotel. I'm not sure about that. We might do an Uber, but I just don't want to deal late at night with the bag, especially if we're trying to get to like a mass transit thing that might not be open much later than when we get in. So just to like not have the hassle of that. So those are some of the reasons that I'm trying to do carry on only. Some of the reasons I think it might not be best is, honestly, the biggest one is sunscreen. Obviously, a family of 6 cannot survive on, TSA approved size bottles of sunscreen. So we've got, I think I bought 4 little bottles, but that's not going to be enough. So my choices are, I can, do carry on only, and then grab some full size bottles when we get to Miami. We have a whole extra day in Miami, so I can do that, but should I? Like, is that really worth the hassle of like making sure we can get to a store? Is it gonna save any money? Because sunscreen's probably going to be expensive anywhere we go in Miami, because all the convenient locations are going to be kind of higher priced. So, does that really make sense? So the sunscreen thing is like such a silly thing, but that is like a really big reason I might not be able to do carry on. Plus, if I do buy it and then we don't use it all, we just have to throw it away for the flight back. That feels wasteful. So that might be a really compelling reason just to go ahead and suck up the cost of checking a bag and go ahead and do it. If we just run out of space, we might have to check a bag. And this trip has been so fun for me to plan outfits for and do a lot of fun stuff that I'm not going to minimize my packing just for that. Like, if I'm having fun, with the things that I want to bring. We'll see. So stay tuned to see what we decide. I think my next goal here is I'm going to try to pack our Miami weekender bag. My hope is that I can get all of our clothes for the whole family in that weekender bag for that 2 nights in Miami. So change of clothes for all of us, and some pajamas, and then like anything we might need on the airplane or in the hotel, just like for that short stay, so that we don't have to like open our suitcases and like unpack any of that stuff, because that sounds really annoying. So that's the plan for now. All right, so the next step in our packing here is my Miami bag. So we are arriving Thursday night, but our cruise doesn't leave until Saturday. So we've got Thursday night and Friday night in Miami. And so this is the bag for that, so that we don't have to unpack all our suitcases. So I tell you what, this Vera Bradley weekender is such a workhorse. It is stuffed to the gills. I'm going to kind of show you what I packed. So the outside on this side, this is an old style, so I think the new styles might be different than this, so just know that. It's just got one long pocket, and I have a couple pull-ups in there for my youngest. I don't think we'll need many because they are potty trained, but we just in case. And at night we do still use pull-ups. And then these pockets on the outside, there's little slip pockets, but the inside's so full that I can barely fit anything in there, so those will mostly just stay empty. But I have 2 shirts for my husband, as he said that's probably what he wants. I have a outfit for me for the day we're in Miami. And then I have swimsuits for the whole family because that is what we're going to board the ship in. My daughter and I will wear a cover up, but everybody else will have a rash guard and swim shorts to board in. That's the plan as of right now. Then this is pajamas for my daughter, myself, and my husband. And everybody else is, I think I still actually need pajamas for my 3-year-old too. I haven't put those in there yet. But I'm going to kind of empty this out because this is going to get emptied anyway because we'll probably be swimming at our local pool between now and then. So we all need a swimsuit free. But you can see there's also these pockets here. And so I just assigned 1 pocket per kid. And those have the outfit for our time in Miami. And then if their pajamas fit in there, I also put their jammies in there. If not, then it's just their outfit and some extra undies and all that good stuff. So each kid has their own little slip pocket of clothes. Then this pajama cube just stands up. Packing cubes are great, by the way, if you've never used them. It stands up right down in there, and then the swimsuits and everything are just stuffed in there. If I have extra packing cubes, I may compress some of the swimsuits down further or some of the other clothes if I want to make it a little roomier, but right now I really don't think I need to. I love packing cubes, but that doesn't mean that every single thing needs to be put in them. So that is the Miami bag. I'm glad to have that kind of out of the way. I'm going to show you my little packing cube hack here because I feel like I see a lot of people doing packing cubes in a way that's not necessarily maximizing space. So people will say, oh, packing cubes don't save space, but they do help with organization. I do think organization is really true, and I think that's their main benefit, but I definitely feel like I save a lot of space with packing cubes. So right here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shirts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs of shorts. And I have 1, 2 pairs of shorts that I kind of laid out that I haven't fit in there yet. And then a bunch of shirts. I think I over planned on the shirts. I probably don't need all of those. But I'm going to show you how this packing cube is not full yet because some people would probably stop here. So let me show you how I kind of work it out. All right, the camera's a little precarious, so hopefully you can see this okay. But I'm gonna toss maybe one more shirt. But what I really want to show is I'm gonna zip this up, and even though this is not a traditional packing cube, like compression packing cube, there's still loads of space. In fact, there's so much space on top here that I may not even need to do the compression trick that I was going to show you. But let's see here. So I just put the last 2 pairs of shorts, but I do have a lot of shirts that I still want to fit in there. So what I do is I zip this up, but then I compress it down even more, and look at how much space that just opened up. So now I can put in 1, 2, 3, oh my gosh, 4, 5 more shirts. I basically doubled the number of shirts, and that is going to zip up no problemo. So it went from looking, pretty full, but then once you close these things, there is so much space. So a lot of times I just see people kind of folding them and saying, oh, that's it. and really missing out on the compression, even if you don't have formal compression packing cubes, because I do not have that. So hope this helps. So it is several days later. We leave tomorrow. I don't remember the last time I updated, but we've been just gathering things and buying things and packing things as we go for this trip. But I'm on my way to the UPS store right now to return a textbook. And then I'm a little bummed, but I'm returning this little 2-pack of that I was going to take on the cruise. That was like a little power bar with 3 extra outlets and then 2 USBs and a USB-C. I had heard that most cruise lines allow you to bring non-surge protected outlets, but apparently I was going to risk it, and I was going to, even though Disney said no power bar or no power strips, I thought, I bet this one will be okay. I'll pack it in my carry-on. That way, if there's any issues, I can do it. I was even going to pack the little instruction manual in case the electrician needed to take a look. But then it said that most cruise lines approve except for Disney Cruise Line and Royal Caribbean. So those are like 2 pretty big ones. So I'm just returning these. The 2-pack was like $26, so not cheap. I thought it would be handy, but to have one for each of our staterooms, but it's just not worth it. So I'm returning that and saving the money, and we'll just have to make use. We'll have like a USB port, which I think is approved. I don't know. There's a couple things like that I'll talk about later when I show you kind of how I'm all packed, of things that I'm a little nervous about to see if they get, approved or not. So that's the plan right now. Today we're going to be getting everything packed and ready, and hopefully we'll be in good shape. All right, so it is the day that we are leaving, and we are all packed up. I have been able to successfully do carry-on only. Yay! So I'm going to show you what I have packed here. So here is my bed with all our suitcases open, ready to be closed. So this suitcase right here is my 8-year-old, 6-year-old, and 3-year-old, all of their clothes. So we have nighttime pull-ups in kind of a single layer there. This is my 3-year-old's clothes, and I think swimsuits might have fit in there for them as well. Then underneath we've got my oldest son's, my 8-year-old's clothes. Undies and swim for my 8-year-old, undies, PJs, and maybe some swim for my 6-year-old, and my 6-year-old's clothes there. So they've got the different colors, so that'll be easy to keep them together. And then I think I put socks in these front pockets. I just kind of crammed some socks. I don't know how many socks we're gonna need. Oh, and then some extra disposable swim diapers in there. So that's my 3 youngest kids. This is my husband's suitcase. Now, funny story. This is my work bag, which is carry-on only, that size, but I thought the other suitcase we had was carry-on size, but it's actually an inch beyond the limits. So I switched his clothes into here and ended up overnighting a suitcase from Amazon, which is that one right there, just to give us a little more breathing room. But I probably could have done it if I really needed to. So in here is my husband's stuff, and then just a portable fan. This is some pirate night costumes in there, and some little magnetic hooks for the cruise cabin. Then over here we have my 11-year-old suitcase, and I threw in some extra stuff in there. So we've got her clothes that she packed all herself, then a beach bag, some beach toys, and that's about it for that. This here, this very stuffed one is mine. I need to throw a few more things in this hanging toiletry bag here, but my idea is that I'll hang this up and then put all the liquid toiletries in there. So this is largely empty, which means it lays nice and flat. And then I've got a really large packing cube on the bottom underneath there. Then that's like undies, I think. And then over here is swim stuff. So, and like shorts and like the other clothes I'll kind of be wearing during the day. And then this was the suitcase I had overnighted. Right now it's only half full, and it's got all our gift exchange stuff. And then I decided, since we have the space, I'm going to bring our hatch, and that's this light here. I'm super sensitive to dark, and since we're in an inside stateroom, I know that I will sleep really heavily and have trouble getting up, so I'm hoping that nightlight will help. And then just an empty purse that, again, since we had the space, I decided to bring that. So that's all our suitcases with our clothes. We did really well there. And we have everyone's personal bag. So this is my 11-year-old's. She packed hers herself. I really don't know what's in there, but I trust it is good. Then this is my 3-year-old's. And in here I've got some wet wipes, some Spidey Pez, a fidget spinner, and like one of these little drawing things. It says I love you on it. Inside here we have a hat, a Spider-Man mask, and just some other fun toys and a little stuffy for the plane and just for the cruise in general. Then this is my son's. He's got one of our toiletry bags with liquids, flip-flops. This is the Bubble Bum booster, so if we need to take an Uber. And then just a couple little fun things. A little case for the Nintendo Switch in there. And then same thing in here is just like hand wipes stuff. Pretty much same thing here. They all have a pair of headphones, a little stuffy. My son's got a Kindle Fire. They each have an electronic of some kind. And a sweatshirt, looks like, is down there. And then here's my bag. I've got sunglasses, deodorant, Mega Babe for like chafing, and my wallet. Back in this pocket here are some extra plastic baggies, some little pixie dust gifts, and a Sharpie. This is a crossbody bag with our passports to carry through the airport, a Kindle, another toiletry bag, a neck fan, and then all our like medication and prescriptions and that sort of thing, and some wipes. Then my AirPods, and this I need to add some chargers to still, and then just water bottle pockets. And then I think I showed this. This is our hotel bag. So that is pretty much it. I feel like we've done really well on space. We almost got it in 4 carry-on size suitcases plus the hotel bag. I just decided to add that last suitcase at the last minute because the suitcase I switched my husband's stuff to was a little smaller. And I just wanted some breathing room for extras, and I know not everything is going to fit as compactly on the way back, probably, than on the way there. So we're a family of 6. We're going to be taking 5 carry-on suitcases and a hotel duffel. To the airport. So 3 of the bags are spinners, 2 are 2-wheelers. So hopefully everyone will be able to handle a bag or 2, and we'll be good to go.